Question number 2, we're going to begin with Travis Schulze. And unless you want me to repeat the question once we get rolling here, I think it's fine if you just, Travis, you answer it in your time lot, and then Wayne on down. There's no reason for me to interrupt you every in between. So for Travis, here is our second question. In your opinion, what kind of relationship should exist between the City of Tomah and the Chamber of Commerce?
Well, I think that relationship is a very important one. I have had the opportunity over the last year to be a member of the CVB, so I've worked closely with Tina and the Chamber from that aspect. And to have somebody in our back pocket, and when I say ours, I mean the city's back pocket, that is going to be an advocate for the City of Tomah, I think it's absolutely 100% is a relationship that has to be fostered and work for both sides. Tina and her staff have, even just with the rebranding, have donated, and maybe donated is not the right word, but have contributed countless amount of time, effort into putting a logo together, into rebranding the city. That wouldn't have been free had the city went and got that on their own. So again, I would say 100% that relationship has to be a strong one, and definitely a working relationship for both sides.
Go ahead, Wayne.
I believe the Chamber of Commerce and the CVB works well with the city officials, the city administrator, and the council. The Chamber has put a lot of work into the old DNR building. A lot of money, a lot of time. I support the Chamber. I also believe that the Chamber is doing their best as far as getting the word out on revitalizing downtown Tomah. I believe next year we're going to have a new lighting system in process for the city. And I believe that the Chamber could do more as far as supporting the area community theater with tourism dollars, also supporting the Historical Society and Museum with some tourism dollars, maybe not a lot. Right now we have a new museum. We have transferred from the old museum to the old Shutter building. And we are struggling to get enough money to complete the purchase of that building, which we will close soon. Thank you.
Now it's working? Good.
90 seconds.
I kind of liked hearing you say the question over and over, to be honest.
You can?
No, I'm good. I just want to
All
say
right.
it. I didn't mind it.
We forgot it.
The Chamber, like Travis said, I mean, the Chamber plays a vital role in Tomah, especially a growing community. Along with our city administrator, an active chamber, and an active board, and that relationship is 100% necessary. And I've got to witness it personally over the last 6 months. I've got to see it progress. I've got to see this beautiful logo that we have unveiled. I struggle to say their best interest is Tomah, and that's it. So if you're a business of any kind, if you're a citizen of any kind, you should encourage that relationship to be as strong as possible. She looks out for us, especially with the revitalizing of downtown. That chamber puts us out there. You don't see it because she's not marketing us. She's marketing outside of Tomah. She's doing the work for us to get people in here to want to live here. A lot of people work here, but they spend their money back where they live. We want to get those people to have reasons to live here. That's what she does. That's what the chamber does. Their relationship with the city is strong and should continue to stay strong.
I think the chamber has a tremendous challenge to keep all the businesses in balance, to help not only just one business but all the businesses. Bringing back the downtown area is that challenge. And there were some failing businesses, and now we see that, there's some new businesses coming in, new building or old buildings that have been brought back. I think of the break room downtown and the tremendous amount of work that went into bringing that into a successful business, taking old buildings and making them almost new again or look new again with an old flavor. The wine bar that's opening, new businesses that are coming into the downtown. That's an awesome responsibility in keeping that balance, and the chamber has helped to create that, helped and promote that, and for that I applaud and cheer. Thank you.
When thinking about the relationship between the chamber and the city of Tomah, there's really no other way to put it, in my opinion, than they need to be partners. And I'm very proud of the partnership that the city has with the chamber. I think together they're doing wonderful things, and they are keeping things strong. It is a challenge to bring downtown revitalization. It's not going to happen overnight. It requires that partnership between the two sides. I'm in a unique position. I sit on the chamber's board, and I also sit on the city council. And I think it's a wonderful partnership to be involved on both sides, and I think that it can really assist our community and our residents by being educated on both sides. The chamber can be thought of as the voice of our businesses. And having that great relationship means that our businesses are being heard. Many business owners do live in the city, but not all of them do. So we need to make sure that that voice exists. And when there's a good relationship between city government and the chamber, the businesses can be more effective because they know what their members need, which in turn makes them better for the city residents in general.
I think the chamber has been an incredible steward for the city of Tomah. As my fellow candidates have mentioned, they do a lot of work for its citizens and for local businesses. Local businesses, much like the city, want Tomah to succeed, so finding the right people who have businesses and keeping them satisfied in our city is important. I think the chamber is also important. I think the council should have a strong relationship with them because we can leverage these sorts of partnerships and connections that the chamber has made in order to find ways to work on projects and things for us in the city. Something that comes to mind is, say, working with Gerke's, right, with the proposed sporting complex over by 801 Housing, right? Having a strong chamber allows us to find people who are willing to do things like this to come in and help us out. On top of that, we would be remiss not to mention the amount of advertising that the chamber does for the city of Tomah. That increased advertisement means things like more residents, which means more taxes. It also means more tourism, right? People coming to stay in our hotels, to go to our events, which means more room tax. And that does all types of crazy good things for our city. So, again, I'll say downtown revitalization because I think everybody else mentioned it, so I would feel bad if I didn't also say it. So, but I think that we should have a strong relationship with them.
I agree with what all the other candidates have had to say, and I do think the chamber has put on some very nice events, particularly the balloon thing that they put on. And these are the things that bring people into the city. And like any organization, you don't stop. There's always room for improvement. And I think the city has a good relationship with the chamber, and I would hope that would continue on.
Well, been involved with the chamber for many, many years. Since I've been a business member, 20 plus years ago, we joined the chamber. I've been involved with the chamber for 10 years or so, being president 3 or 4 times so far. I have a real deep, strong feeling for the chamber. What the chamber does for our community is a lot. If as the city, the chamber and the CVB, if the city had to hire a marketing firm to do what Tina and her girls do, or the staff that we've always had through the years, it would cost the city astronomical amounts of money because marketing is not cheap. What they do, they're the right arm. The chamber and the city, I feel, need to be cohesive. They need to work as one unit. They go out and they help our businesses. They sell our businesses to the community. They go out and market Tomah for tourism. Everything that we have to offer is not just for our residents. They go all over the city, all over the state of Wisconsin, advertising, Tomah is open for business, Tomah is here. We have to really work together with our city administrator and the chamber one-on-one, selling our brand, selling Tomah, and we have to allow them to work together. Thank you.
Thank you, Donna.